Hi there, Marty Me. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about when will you be enough? And before we get into this concept of enough, whether you already resonate with it and you feel like, yes, I'm always struggling and I'm always trying harder, striving to do more, or maybe you actually feel like your life is pretty good. There's just like those tiny little things that you want something more or you want something better. Either way, I have something for you today, and I'm hoping that you can use this information to apply it to your own life, to make it more fulfilling, more purposeful, and do more of what you love. So, first, how do we tell that we don't feel like we're enough? Where is it showing up? A lot of times, it may not show up as I'm not enough. We don't call it like that. It just shows up as a little dissatisfaction in our lives. It just usually shows up as, damn it, why isn't life going as well as I want it to? You just wonder. I did everything. I did everything I could. I did my best, and it's still not working out. So, those could actually be symptoms of internally feeling I'm not enough. For example, I want to share my personal experience of working in finance, being in New York City. That was my old life, and I looked like I had everything I had ever wanted. On the outside, my life was amazing. I had a great job. I had a nice apartment in New York City, a really, really loyal and good husband. And I was taking vacations, traveling the world. So it looked like I could do anything I want, and I made it. But on the inside, all I could say was I wasn't happy. I just wasn't happy. And I tried harder to do better at my job. I tried harder to put more spice in my relationship. And maybe even tried harder to have more extravagant vacations, take longer vacations, go to more exotic places. But none of it was good enough. None of it was good enough for me to feel happier. At the end of the day, I felt empty. And that's what I'm talking about. So if you're feeling like that, at the end of the day, there's just something inside you saying, I don't know why, but I still want more. And I don't know why I still feel empty. Then this is for you. That's what we're talking about. So if you are feeling this empty feeling and beating yourself up over why am I feeling this when my life is going well? Or why am I feeling so stuck when I tried so hard? I want you to know you're not alone. Not only you're not alone, pretty much the rest of the world is with you. It's not your problem. It's actually a human problem. It's a human condition to feel I'm not enough. Because, in a sense, that's what we came to this world for. That's what we came to Earth to experience. So, I want to tell you the two different parts of being human that most of you probably already know. One side of it is your human animal, which is your instinct side. We all have the human instincts. It's all about survival. And as much as we have evolved as a species, deep down at the crux of it, we're built the same way. We're still human beings. We're still animal. We still have instincts. Genetically, we haven't changed all that much when it comes to being a Homo sapien. So deep down, we still have our instincts and we can't help it. The other side of it is on our soul level, is our human spirit. That is our purpose, our higher power. It's all the good stuff. If you think about it, the concept of enough is part of human animal. Being enough, being part of a herd, pleasing people, those are all part of human animal. It's part of our instincts. And the purpose, the meaning, and the happiness that we look for in lives, those are all in human spirit. And that's the reason why no matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we work to find more meaning in life, to do more, to work harder, to achieve more, they're all part of human animal. It doesn't give us the human spirit qualities. It doesn't give us the happiness. It doesn't give us all the purpose and meaning that we look for. So we're kind of in this pickle of we're going at it from the instinct perspective of doing more, achieving more, and is never going to give us what we're looking for. Your human animal will never see the word enough. It's just not part of its vocabulary. Your human animal, it's born to continuously improve. Once you've achieved one thing, it jumps to the next thing. It jumps to the next goal. It jumps to the next purpose. It jumps to the next achievement. In the eyes of human animal, there is never an enough. And if you're feeling like, oh shit, I've been doing this all wrong, it's not your fault. Again, it's human condition. We were born and conditioned to do it that way. So how do we tackle that? The first thing I want you to see is that enough isn't logical. Enough isn't a logical concept. You can't reason with your mind and say, I'm enough. It might work for like a split second, using an affirmation and keep telling yourself that. Yes, there is value in it, and I'm not discrediting it, but it doesn't last if it stays in your mind. You're basically arguing with your mind, why am I enough? And then your mind will also have a brilliant reason, maybe a millions of them, why you aren't. So arguing with your mind on why you're enough, it's a losing battle. It's a battle that you have to fight every single minute. And at the end of the day, you're just exhausted and give up. And what we really want is to feel that we're enough. Feel it in our body, because that's the only way that we can get out of our mind. We can get out of our mind and stop arguing with it. And something that is settled and real in your body, your mind can't argue with it. And it's going to be illogical. Your mind is going to keep looking for reasons. But that doesn't matter, because when you're happy, it doesn't matter that your mind tells you, I don't know why I'm happy, and your mind keeps looking for it, but it doesn't matter, because at that moment, you know, you feel the happiness. So I want you to think back to a time when you felt genuinely happy and satisfied, and you want that moment to stay forever. For a lot of people, it might be during a vacation. It might be at the beach. You're looking out in the ocean. You might want to close your eyes and just bring yourself back to that moment. At that moment, it's peaceful. You can hear the sounds of the waves, and you feel like everything is perfect. Remember that feeling. It's all about the feeling in your body. Connect yourself back to that feeling. I want you to just associate it. That is the feeling of enough. And nothing in your mind can ever create that feeling. It's something that you have to do to create in your body. Bring yourself back to connect it to your body. And every time when you're feeling like, why isn't this enough? I'm looking for the next achievement. going for the next thing that I want to do and chasing after a carrot. Just take a deep breath and bring yourself back to that moment when you felt you were enough. Life was perfect and you don't want to be anywhere else. So the essence of enough is like that. It's that feeling in your body. Another aspect of enough that I want to share with you is that enough is an inside job. A lot of us look for the outside world to validate, to tell us that we're enough. We're looking for the validation from work. We're also looking for the validation from our family. I've been looking for validations from my family for my entire life. And now I know I'm never going to get it. So, and even though some of you might be getting those validations, you're getting the awards or getting a raise at your job or getting the promotions. Those are ways of validations that we usually look for to tell us that we're enough. And how long does it last? How long does it last before you jump onto the next carrot, before you jump onto the next thing that you're looking for? So this way of looking for validation from the outside world is just another way to argue with your mind. It's like, look, so-and-so said I'm good enough. Someone else said I'm good enough. It's just another evidence. It's another piece of evidence that you're using to argue with your mind that you're enough. It's the same argument that you use to argue with your mind. And how well is it working? It's kind of a mind game that you're playing with yourself, having a little conversation in the back of your mind, arguing, I'm enough, I'm not, I'm enough, I'm not. So every time when we look for a validation from the outside world, and it might show up as getting pissed or getting upset or feeling like I'm disrespected because someone else is not giving me the promotion or because someone else is not giving me that raise that I've been asking for. And I want you to look inside and remember, feeling enough is always an inside job. And let me say that I'm not saying don't ask for a raise and don't ask for a promotion. Yes, definitely do that. But there's also the other aspect of what can make you feel more at peace in the moment while you're waiting for the raise or waiting for the promotion. You can still be at peace with you being enough. Just because a promotion is being delayed, it doesn't have to mean that you're not enough. I want to separate those things because a lot of times our lives can spiral downward just because of one little thing that doesn't happen or one big thing that doesn't happen. Whether it is someone didn't propose to you or someone broke up with you or someone didn't give you the promotion that you really deserve. Whatever that might be, yes, that is an incident that happened in your life, but it doesn't have to mean you're not enough. It doesn't have to take away everything else that you have. So I want it to be a way to empower you, to connect back to yourself, to remember the feeling of peace that you can be going through shit in your life and still be able to feel peace inside you. And the last thing I want to tell you today about being enough is that being enough is a choice. Remember, I said there's the human animal instincts that's always chasing, doing more, survive better, and enough is not a vocabulary in human animal world. Being enough is a choice. It's a choice out of human spirit. It's shifting into your higher power shifting to recognize your soul, you existing in the world is enough, is a choice. And how you make that choice is just by stopping yourself, taking a breath, connecting to the feeling that you know. What does it feel like inside to be enough? That feeling of maybe closing your eyes and feeling the waves and hearing the ocean. And that choice is not a happily ever after choice. It's not like you can just make a choice one day and it'll last forever. It's a choice that you have to make on a daily basis, maybe even 50 times a day. Because at the end of the day, we are a physical human being in the world, and our instincts are always going to be there. Our instincts aren't going anywhere. Our instincts serves its purpose to help us survive in the world. It serves a purpose to help us be safe as people. It just doesn't serve the purpose to make us happy, to make us feel enough. So every day, your human instincts are going to show up, and it's your choice to choose, do I want to feel enough and at peace with myself today? Or do I want to just follow my instincts and keep chasing and keep feeling exhausted and keep feeling like I have to do more and I have to achieve more? It's a choice to make every single day over and over again. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or you want to share anything with me, please feel free to comment. Also in our community, let's start a conversation, share what you've gotten today, and I would love to hear your experience. I'll see you next time.